The other night we had a tough loss at home with the lead with about 3 minutes to go, and we knew when you lose a home game in this league, you gotta go on the road and you gotta get it back somewhere. And so we knew the challenge that was ahead of us with this team. We know how good they are, and whether they've won about 8 or 9 in a row, and just really proud of our effort tonight. I thought our defense was the story of the game. Certainly Bryant's play was magnificent, but I was really proud of our team defense. They put you in so many tough spots with their potency offensively and their shooting and their passing, and their big guys are really, you can't guard either of those guys one-on-one. So I thought we did a pretty good job in communicating with our double teams and getting out to shooters. And then the thing I was really proud of was how we responded after the run to start the second half. We knew they were going to go on a run. They're too good. They never lose here. So, they come out. I didn't know they were going to score the first 10 points in the second half, but, we called a timeout. We regrouped. Derek got fouled there, made 1 out of 2 free throws, and I thought it kind of just steadied us, and we were able to take back control of the game. So it was a great effort, terrific win against a great team, and really proud of my guys.
We'll take questions for either Coach or Bryant. We've got microphones on each side. If you can flag them down. Jeff?
For Chris, over to your left here.
Yes.
I'm not sure what your plan was going in before the Nebraska game with Wisconsin with Hap, but they really doubled him and got the ball out of his hands. Would you have done that anyway, or did you see that and thought, okay, we can do that as well?
Well, I think as so many, the coaches in this league are really good, everybody, and they're really smart, they're really good. The game plans are always very good. So I think when you watch film, I think you try to study what other teams did. With us being a little bit undermanned right now, we would have doubled. I mean, we have been the last couple games, because also we've been playing against really good big guys. We played Purdue, we played Maverick Morgan, who we respected as a big for Illinois. So, I think through tape you see some things maybe, and then also too though, you got to get some help. You're going to give up some open shots. So, if you're going to take away, if you're going to try to get it out of Ethan's hands and get it out of Nigel's hands, you're probably going to live with Vito shooting some open shots, Showalter getting some open ones, Koenig, and you just hope maybe that they're not hitting them all. And so we were a little bit fortunate with that, where they made some shots, but especially Bronson. I mean, he's a terrific player. We got a little fortunate that he was missing tonight.
Up front. For both Coach and Brian. Coach, was the plan for Brian to go all 40? And Brian, if it wasn't the plan, when did you know that you were going to go all 40? Did you have a sense that you were going to be in there all game?
I'll answer it after you answer it. I'll tell you what I thought. You can say what you thought.
Certainly before the game, I was preparing for it. You just never know. And I figured it out. I was probably going to go all 40 after about the under 10 timeout in the first half. I asked for a blow real quick, and I got the, it's a TV timeout right now. Do you need one? No, I'll be fine. So, at that point, I was trying to be smart with my energy, get my rest during timeouts, make sure I wasn't going to cramp or anything, because I've had some trouble with that in the past. So those are the things I was focusing on once I assumed I might go all 40.
I pretty much thought he was going to play the whole game, so that's my answer to that.
Right here.
Coach, you won here a little over 3 years ago, your first year here. Does this one feel different, and if so, how?
I'm just proud. I mean, obviously that one to me was, and I talk about that game a couple years ago because about a month before that, it was my first Big Ten game as a rookie coach, and we were losing 40-14 at halftime in Welsh Ryan. And I thought that game, my first year, was kind of the start of our program. We played really well here. We got a big win. I thought it kind of jump-started, what we were going to become. And, tonight was just, I'm just so proud of our guys, especially after the last 2 games. We're trying to figure out how to play without having Scotty, how to reinvent ourselves a little bit. And there's more on these guys' shoulders. And, it's who you're playing against, too. This is one of the truly elite teams in the country, and against guys that I greatly admire and respect, and a program that I respect and have for a long time as someone who loves basketball. So, anytime you get a chance to win against a program like this, it feels really special.
Over here.
Coach, you guys had some trouble early in the season closing out what could have been big wins for you guys. What was different in the final few minutes here today?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we learned, I mean, really it was one game. You know, Butler just beat us on a buzzer shot. You know, that was a really good player making a shot at the end. You know, the Notre Dame game, you know, was a game we needed to finish off, and hopefully we learned from that. You know, we learned about time and score, how to maybe get the game, you know, not to be as extended by fouling and, you know, things like that defensively. And, you know, I think you always evolve as a team. And, you know, I just saw confident looks the whole night. And I felt really good even after they scored 10 straight to start the second half. I just saw good looks in the huddle. And I just thought we were confident and strong. And, you know, we got a couple big rebounds when we needed them. Well, Bryant made 4 big free throws down the stretch. And, you know, we were able to close out the game there in the last minute.
On the right.
For both of you guys, it's kind of hard right now, so soon after, to put this in perspective, but just what does this win mean for your season now and just in the scope of Northwestern program history?
Well, I mean, look, I mean, I've talked about it since I've been here. I mean, we're trying to build a program to emulate what Wisconsin has done. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, when you look at this program that we just played, they have good kids. They play the right way. They play together. And quite frankly, we're just trying to build a program to emulate that, you know, with the right guys who want to believe in something bigger than themselves. They want to fight, you know, for each other. And, you know, when you get a chance to play against those kind of teams firsthand, you learn from it. And then when you have success, I want these guys to feel good about it. I mean, it was a great win for us. I mean, we lost 2 in a row. I think more than anything, it was about getting back on track. You guys know I talk about it all the time. When you're in conferences, you have to avoid long losing streaks. And to be able, after losing 2, to come here on the road and get a win to get us back on track, I think that's the main significance more than anything.
Jeff, Chris, over to your left, you guys outscored them in the paint significantly, 26-12. Do you think that was a byproduct of Bryant's and other guys' ability to get in and either hit shots or find guys cutting to the basket to break down their defense that way?
Yeah, I thought there, you know, our penetration. Then what happened? You know, they were putting a lot of attention on Bryant, and so I mean he's my hero for shooting the ball 23 times. I mean, I thought I was a gunner. I never got 23 up in a game, so I got nothing to say to him anymore. But you know, I think what happens is a lot of times their big guys were really coming out. So whether it was on rolls or whether he did miss shots, we got some second chance opportunities, you know, which were really big. And then on the other end, we just made a conscious decision. We were going to take away the paint and try to live with some jump shots and take our chances there.
For Chris, but maybe both you guys, as Sanjay was running down the court at the end of the game with the ball about to dunk it, you looked like you were about to run out on the floor with him. What was going through your head in that moment? And maybe Brian, what was going through your head too?
Well, I was just happy for the team. And that being said, you know, it was the last 5 seconds, and the right play would have been to pull it out. And I apologize. That's my mistake for that. And I apologize to Wisconsin staff and their team. You know, when the game is over, I think we all got a little bit excited. You know, they were pressing and doubling, and we threw ahead. And, you know, had you had it back, you want to get that out, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, though, I think we were all just excited because we knew we accomplished something good. You know, when you win in this building, you got to do it for 40 minutes and you got to play really well. And I think that, you know, I think that's why we were most excited. We knew we had to earn it tonight, and that's what we did.
I would agree with that. It's probably not the right play, but it was a great punctuation. And for me, I knew it wasn't the right play, but it was just like that finished it, and that was the dagger. And to see that happen, I was kind of able to relax and appreciate right then and there, instead of after the buzzer, appreciating what we had accomplished. So it's a big win for us, and I'm really proud of all of us.
Adam, Chris, you were pretty honest Tuesday night about how tough of a loss that was, and that the guys were kind of down in the locker room. Was there a moment this week where you kind of knew you had them back and refocus to know that you could bring them in here and have a chance to win?
I think Brian might be the best one. I mean, he's the leader of our team. Maybe he's got the pulse of the guys. I mean, how we felt and how we responded.
Yeah, we just didn't feel sorry for ourselves. Unlike the past, we talked a lot through our group message and in the locker room. Just, you know, it's time to shut the water off. It's time to stop the bleeding. We had lost 2, and a lot of teams can feel sorry for themselves when they have their leading scorer out with illness. And things look like they're kind of falling apart. It shows a lot of character from us, and that's all we talked about, is just being strong together and having a belief in ourselves that we can accomplish something special.
We have time for just two more right in the middle.
For both of you guys, Derek tonight was really good on both ends. After he'd been a little bit quieter in the past couple of games, was there anything that you guys said? Was there anything that you guys noticed in practice from him? He just seemed a lot more active and looking for his own shot.
Yeah, well, I think he knew coming into the game. I mean, when you have to play against Ethan Happ, I mean, look at Ethan's energy. I mean, we watch film. We see the plays that kid makes on both ends. So I think, you know, as a competitor, you know, which Derek is, I mean, I'd go into battle with Derek Pardon any night of the week because he's going to just put his heart out on the floor. I think he realized what he was up against, you know, and I think it motivated him he knew he had to battle, he knew he had to fight, he knew he had to be smart. So I think just the competition of playing against one of the truly elite big men in the, not forget about the conference, the country, you know, I think gave him a little bit extra motivation to play this game.
And then Bryant, this is the second game where you kind of found a late rhythm after a slow start. When you're missing early and there are air ball chances coming from the student section, how do you stay focused enough to be able to finish with such rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, I put in a lot of work, so when things aren't going well at the beginning, like I said to Coach after the Illinois game, I still have confidence in my game just because I have put in that work. You know, things just happen in a game. That's part of it. Some shots don't fall, and then sometimes you get lucky and you hit the last three at the end of the first half. So it's just it's part of the game and just remaining confident. And Coach does a great job of giving us all confident. I mean, you also saw it with Sanjay. He shot an air ball when he was wide open, but to still have the confidence. And in the timeout before, we told him, if you're wide open, knock down the shot, because in practice, that's what you do. He's a great shooter in practice. It's just carrying that over with that confidence. And like I said, Coach does a great job of giving that to all of us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.